2, 1, and go.
Hey, good afternoon or good morning, Facebook, depending on where you are in the country or in the world. It's Jerry. I'm coming to you from the Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. Rythmia Life Advancement Center is a center that is designed to bring about a soul merger or a soul reclamation. We believe it's the only place in the world that has a whole program designed around that one event. And that program has a lot of different facets of yoga, meditation, breath work, ayahuasca, farm-to-table organic food, metaphysical teachings, classes, integrations, an aftercare program, all into one thing, and it's an amazing week. How do I know? Almost 17,000 people have been through this program, and the most amazing stat is that 98.41% of the people that have this, that's 984 out of every 1,000, say they had a life-changing miracle during their stay. Better yet, at the 6-month mark, 90.22% say that this was the week that changed their life. And because of it, because of this notoriety, we get people from all walks of life, a lot of actors, actresses, models, business leaders, billionaires, athletes of all descriptions, just our board of directors, Martin Luther King's son, Martin, Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of Agape, Tony Coe, the founder of NYX Cosmetics, Ron White, the comedian, Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, Jack Canfield, the author, and it goes on and on and on of who's been here, who's come here, tons of billionaires, and then normal people like you and me all come here and have this amazing experience. So what's the general, what happens after someone's been here? So this is the eye-opener. This is the awakening. This is the coming together. And then the work starts, right? Although this 1 week arrhythmia is the hardest work you'll ever do in a week. But once you get inducted and have this soul merger, your soul and you, because you're one now, want to become a beneficial presence on the planet. And to become a beneficial presence on the planet means that you're going to experience the full gamut of human emotions, because it includes the road to mastery. And if there's one thing that I would love everybody to experience that has ever been born, would be the feeling of mastery, because it's this gorgeous feeling, a very fulfilling feeling. Kelly Slater, the surfer, who's on my board of directors, is an example of mastery. To really have that embodiment of I'm really good at this particular thing. I've gotten great. And that doesn't happen naturally. That is in effort. I'm going to talk about that. So in this thing, though, once you decide to become a beneficial presence, then the real hard work starts. Because the bigger you want to go, the harder it is. The more life-changing your gift or service or program is, the more resistance it's going to have, the harder to give birth, but the higher the star rises. So there's this whole thing. Here's the bad news. It's going to take between 10 years and the rest of your life to really do it. And that's the truth. So what I like to say, I want you to have reasonable expectations around how long it's going to take, and then unreasonable expectations about how good it's going to do and how great it's going to be for you, and unreasonable expectations about how hard it's going to be, because it's going to be harder than anything you've ever done. So I want to tell you what I've discovered in this being assisted by plant medicine. So I became a millionaire in my 20s, a multimillionaire in my 30s. I sold a company for just under $90 million. I didn't graduate high school, so I did everything the hard way. Everything. My life is an example of doing it the hard way. Thank God. Thank God. But I'm going to tell you what I found out. That my biggest downfall in life, my biggest derailment, was the search for comfort and convenience. So you have this thing where there's a part of your mind in this, once you decide, okay, I had a soul merger, now I'm going to pick where I want to be, how I want to be a beneficial presence. Whether that's from owning a plumbing company, from being a doctor, from being a singer, an actress, an energy healer, a tarot card reader, a body work energy person, the kind, doesn't matter. It's just how you decide to be it. But I want to be so great at it. And so in my 10-year quest of beginning to get to mastery, and mastery might happen in 7 years or 17 or 27. But in this quest to get there, if my one eye is looking for convenience and rest, it's going to make that trip twice as long. See, when you get past the theory that there is not, when you really come to the understanding of no place to rest, that there is no place to rest, and this goes, flies in direct opposition to what a lot of the new age, fast buck, quick way home men and women are talking about and selling programs about, the easy way. I'm going to tell you, the personal search for comfort and convenience will make your trip 2 to 3 times as long to get to mastery. See, and when you get rid of that, what happens is instead of continually looking for a place to blow off steam or rest or relax or what you're going to do is you're going to change your pace so that incorporates that during this hard fight. So yes, consistency beats intensity. Fact. There's not, that argument has already been settled. Consistency beats intensity 99% of the time. Fact. So what you want to do is you want to develop a regimen that gets you there, that takes into account that's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. So with it, it has to be at a particular pace, because if you increase the pace, thereby increasing the intensity, you're going to fall greater victim to the weaknesses, looking for a place to rest, to go right, to go left, and to change. Now, what I just told you to do is in direct opposition to what the natural human experience is. So in the natural human experience, I'm automatically going to look for the easier way. That's why like in caveman world, the low-lying fruit, all the fruit at the bottom of the trees that was ripe got picked first, because it's the easiest thing to do, right? So I'm going to tell you the trick. In building, if you're a business person, and this is the greatest thing. So in my own personal life, I'm not looking for comfort and convenience. They're the enemy of my progress. I really go hard. I really, really, really go hard. I vacation and then get some comfort and convenience, but not looking for it. But in my businesses, I've always structured them around comfort and convenience, because that's where the public will go. So you want, in your own personal life, you don't want to structure it around comfort and convenience. You want to structure around a proper pace, because you want to be consistent with what you do every day. Let me give you an example of that. I get up and I work out for 45 minutes. I pray for 16 minutes. I have everything what I do for myself every day. Now, if I got up and wanted to work out for 3 hours a day, that wouldn't last long for me. Or if I wanted to pray for 2 hours a day, that wouldn't last long. That would be, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't be able to uphold it. It would break. So like, that's what I'm talking about with faith, right? To get to that thing. But if you're sitting down and designing your business, your service, your whatever you're doing for people, however you're going to become this beneficial presence, and you can do it from baking cookies to being a plumber to that, you can do it however you want to do it, right? But if you are in the retail end of the world, which almost all of us are, you want to structure your service or your business around comfort and convenience. People will spend more gladly for that comfort and convenience. And you can take a look at any industry and you will find that's where, and when it was explained to me once, it was explained to me like this. You know, trains will come in and go out of style. Dresses will come in and go out of style. Types of healings will come and go out of style. But comfort and convenience is always in style. Always. So that is the thing. Fast food, drive-through, Amazon. Like, take a look at it. It's all structured around that. So when you do it for yourself, you do it so that your pace can be maintained and your intensity can be maintained, but you're not looking for personal comfort and convenience. You're not. And the sooner you stop looking for it, the quicker that you can get this to mastery. And by the way, when mastery happens, and I just want to show you, when it happens in a business, you don't get a one-for-one return. So what I mean by that, if you're doing a pretty good job and your business is producing ×5, when you get to mastery, it doesn't go to ×10. It goes to ×500. It's the huge difference. It's the difference between what Tiger Woods made and what the 30th, the number 30 pro golfer made. So the difference between really good and mastery is 50 times, 100 times. It's a disproportionate avalanche of energy, money, whatever it is that's coming. It's a disproportionate avalanche. So when you design what you're doing for others around their comfort and their convenience, you win the race. You absolutely do. Just don't do it for yourself. That's my message for the day. So please get to Rythmia. 2 things. I have 2 books out. This is a manifestation book, and I think a really great one. Only it's not really well written. It works. That's the thing. This works. It does. And this is the story about how Rythmia happened and my influence in what that was about. Please come here, because all of these things I'm talking about can't happen. You have to start from a merged place, because you're going to pick your way of becoming a beneficial presence on the planet from a spot in you that's whole. And it's easier to keep and maintain that way. Okay, come to Rythmia. I'd love to see you here. Come next week. Get off the couch. Come and do this. It's not whether you can afford to. It's can you afford not to. So come here and